Okay. So good morning. Good morning. How is everybody? Sore or not? No. Good. Good. How long have you been back? Oh, good. Yeah. Settling back in. Yeah. All right. Well, I started this week doing the yamas because I think it's always, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. It's always good to remind yourself of these healthy behaviors, which is the yamas. And the first one is Ahimsa, which means kindness or nonviolence. I think the literal interpretation is nonviolence, but I like to think of it as the opposite of violence, which is kindness. And a lot of times we we aren't very kind to ourselves. We remember to be kind to others most of the time, but sometimes we're not so kind to ourselves, and it's a lot easier to be kind and nonviolent with your thoughts and words and actions if you're that way to yourself. So a lot of times our thoughts, our words, and our actions can be violent to ourselves. So think about that and just turn inward to start. And just be kind by noticing your breath and really appreciating your breath. When you take a moment to just be present with yourself, it's easier to be kind and appreciate what your body does for you, what your mind does for you. So just check in now with your body and mind and emotional state this morning. And no matter what it is, just be kind and grateful towards yourself. And please bring hands to heart center. Believe that when we're kind, non-violent to our bodies, to our minds, to our thoughts, that it's much easier to notice that there's grace that's always surrounding us, within us and within others. Please lower your hands, open your eyes, and just sit up nice and tall and stretch your arms up. Feel a big, tall stretch. And then just carefully place your hands on the back of your head, not cranking on your neck, just having them there. And then on your inhale, feel that length, and exhale, just arc towards your right a little bit. And then inhale, come back upright. And exhale, arc to your left. And just keep going like that. One more time each side. up again. Exhale, lean back a little bit, lift your heart. And inhale, round forward, bring your elbows towards each other. Just feel the shoulder blades stretch apart. And do that a couple more times. Inhale, extension a little bit. And exhale, round. One more time. And then this time, sitting up nice and tall, bring right elbow towards left knee. Just kind of stretching those side muscles, and then inhale and switch left elbow towards the right knee. Going. More time each side. And then once you come up, I'm just going to have you arc to your one side, around, over to the other side, and back up, maybe extend at the top. So you're just making a big circle. And I, in particular, want you to feel it in your shoulder girdle. You're sitting nice and tall. And when you've done 3 that way, go the other way. Getting everything warmed up. And 3. Good. Stretch your arms up. And just kind of wave your hands around. There she is. Good. Right. Come on down to your back. Now that we've got our shoulders and our core warmed up a little bit, just bring your knees up to tabletop, but hug knees and feet together. And I want you to keep a neutral spine. So just notice neutral spine. You have to really engage the core a little bit here. You can just have your hands by your hips if you want. And you're just going to keep your feet together, let your knees open. Keep a neutral spine as you do this. And then bring the knees back together and widen the feet apart. The knees together, feet apart, and back together. Just do that a couple more times, just kind of checking in with your hips. Feel like the super bones just rotating in the socket there. One more time each way. Good. And then bring the knees wide again, feet together, and just extend the right leg, flex and point, and bend it back in. Extend the left leg, flex and point, bring it back in. Keep that neutral spine. Keep going, right leg, left leg. Getting all kinds of cracks and creaks here. One more time each side. Good. And then with your knees wide, just extend both legs out to the side. Just keep thinking, I'm going to keep that neutral spine. Bring your arms more to a T or cactus. And you're just going to roll to your right hip. Let your right foot come down. So your shoulder blades stay flat, and then bring the left leg on top. And then start back up the other way. So left leg comes up, right, gonna roll through the center, left leg comes down, right foot comes down. And just kind of roll. Feel that wide stance, neutral spine, but you're twisting the low back there. Woohoo! Should feel really good on your hips, on your low back. One more time each side. And coming back up to that wide position. Just hug everything in. Give yourself a little hug, roll side to side, and grab your shins and go on up to seated and come to all fours, please. And just move through some cow and cat. Pause with a flat back and just kind of rock forward and back a few times. And then come down to your elbows there. Just warming your wrists up. Keep your right forearm down. Come up on your left fingertips and then bring the left hand to the back of your head. Now you're not cranking on your head again. You're just going to lift, open up. You'll feel your shoulder blades come together. And then you're going to round down, bring the elbow towards the other elbow. And keep going like that. So inhale, lift. Exhale, round down. Keep going. One more. And then when you're up again, hold there and breathe. Good. Bring that forearm down and we'll switch sides. So right hand, extend it up, round down. Just go slow so you can really feel the muscles between your shoulder blades working, but also you're twisting, so it feels a little different. Finally, hold there. Notice that. And then come on down. And notice your elbows right under your shoulders. You can interlace your hands and curl your toes under and lift to dolphin pose. And just feel the stability of your shoulders. You can walk your dolphin out if you want to. You can move the shoulders forward and back a little bit just to see the strength that you're building. And then go ahead and come on down to your knees. Come up to your hands now. We're going to work on the hips one more time. So think neutral spine, stable spine, long through the top of your head. And then you're just gonna lift. Let's start with the left knee. You're gonna lift the left knee to the side and back down. Call this fire hydrant. 2. Try not to lift the left hip, just lift the leg. It takes a lot of core strength. And outer hip and glute strength. 2 more. Good, and bring that knee in and switch sides. Try not to lift the hip. You're just lifting the leg. Neutral spine. Two more. Good. And then go ahead and widen your knees. Stretch your feet long and sit back to child's pose. I'm keeping my arms long. Stretch out the sides again. And then come forward. Your hands will be a little in front of your shoulders. Curl your toes under, lift up and back. Downward facing dog. And just kind of appreciate your shoulders that you really identified. You can think shoulder blades on the back, broaden the clavicles, armpits are hollow, spine is nice and long and connected, hips are open. Just walk it out. I want you to try this. Draw your pelvic floor up and lift your low belly. Good. And then come forward to plank pose. And then try to keep the elbows above the wrists as you lower down. You can lower knees if you need to. Good. And then run up to your forearms here. And last week we put a ball under our sternum. I want you to remember that. Pretend like you're just pressing your sternum into the ball and you feel a lengthening and extending. You feel your shoulders kind of work harder, broaden the clavicles. Your neck is nice and long. It's an extension of your spine in Sphinx pose. Good. And then relax down. Slide your hands back so they're kind of parallel to your shoulders. And then bring your forehead down so you kind of feel like it's a good starting space. You're pressing your feet down. And then lift your head and shoulders and hands up. Feel like you're pressing into that ball again. Feel all that work we've been doing on your shoulders. So that helps you. One more breath. And lower down. Good. Slide your hands back a little further by your chest. And start with your head and your shoulders up. Press into that ball under your sternum. And then maybe add your hand to lift a little higher to cobra. And then Lower down. Beautiful, you guys. And go ahead and push up and back, downward facing dog. And just for fun, extend your right leg. Stretch. Bring that foot down. Lift the left leg. And bring that foot down. Good. Walk your feet forward a little bit. Bend your knees so you can get the feet flat, and then walk your hands back to your feet. And pause there in a forward fold. If you want to, bend your knees a lot and see if you can lay your belly and your chest on your upper thighs there. And then slowly bring your hands on your knees as you bend the knees more. Bring your torso upright. And see if you can coax yourself into drawing the pelvic floor up and the low belly up. You feel super stable, and then bring hands to heart center. And then come on back down. Straighten the legs. And walk back out to a downward facing dog. And come down to your knees there. And come upright on your knees. And I'm just gonna see if you can not use your hands. You can use your blocks if you need to, but step your right foot forward. Yeah. And then find your stability. Bend a little deeper. See if you've got that leg far enough forward. Hands on your thigh. And just see how that feels, hugging to the midline. Even here, draw your pelvic floor up, lengthen through the top of your head. Extend your arms, Anjane. And touch down. Slide your hips back and straighten your right leg. You can flex the foot. You can find the heel, runner's lunge. Use your blocks if it's too much. Draw the leg into the socket. Think, drawing my pelvic floor up. I'm drawing my low belly up, but I keep my sits bones where they are. And then maybe fold a little deeper. Maybe stretch through the toes. You decide, checking your alignment. Your hips aren't swaying one way or the other. Good, and then bend back into the front knee. Good, bring the right hand to the inside of that foot. Wiggle that foot more to the outside of your mat. And just see, do I need to turn the toes out a little bit? Maybe, I don't know. And then bring the hands forward just a little bit and extend your right arm up to a twist. And then this isn't going to be very deep, but I'm going to have you thread the right arm under the left. Come down a little bit. Big stretch. And then come on back up. And swing that knee back around and come on up to your knees again. We'll do that on the other side. So step the left foot forward and grab the knee if you need to stabilize. Hug heel towards knee, knee towards heel. Draw the pelvic floor up, stretch up, Anjane Asana. One more breath. And the exhale, touch down. Slide the hips back to straighten the left leg. Heel, knee, sits bone align. Start with a flexed foot. Draw that leg into the socket. Draw the pelvic floor up. Draw the low belly up. Lengthen out. Maybe stretch the toes. And breathe. Not sure why my music quit. Bend back into the front knee. Bring the left hand to the inside. Wiggle that left foot out. Hands come forward just a little bit. You can even broaden the knee. Just make sure that the toes and the knee point the same direction, and stretch the left arm up. Good. And see about threading it underneath. Maybe you just come down on the back of your hand, maybe to your elbow. It's a deep stretch. Good. And unwind. Swing that knee back around. You can keep the hands where they are and come on up to a down dog. Vacation time. But not really. You're really stretching, but after all we just did, it feels a little bit like that. And then walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. And just articulate up to standing. So feel like you're going to tuck your tail. I always have to bend my knees a little bit around my low back, around my middle back, around my upper back, and come on up to standing. Oh, can't wait for a haircut. Feet hip distance apart. Stand on your right foot, lift your left heel, and then lift the knee. Just check in with your balance. Draw the pelvic floor up. Maybe that'll help. Good. Release. Switch sides. Lift the heel first. Shift the weight. Lift the knee. And release. Okay, now we're going to go back to the first side. Just lift the left heel and then straighten the leg out in front of you. Point the toe. And just swing the foot to the right and to the left. And keep going. Go slow so you can maintain the balance. One more time each side. Touch the toes down if you need to, like I had to. Good. And release. And switch. Lift the heel first. Straighten the leg. And swing it across and to the side. If you're really feeling stable, you can bring hands to your hips. My arc is like a choppy arc right now. If you can smooth it out. And release. Good job, you guys. Inhale, stretch your arms up. A little bit of an extension. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sit back to a chair pose. Well, don't go all the way, just bend both knees and see if you can lift the left foot up and bring it on top. And then sit a little deeper. And unwind. Come on up. Good job. Bend both knees. Other side. Draw the pelvic floor up. Lengthen through the top of the head. Sit a little deeper. And release. Good job. Find your blocks. Come to the front of your mat. And come on up to standing. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And exhale, close your eyes and bring hands to heart center. And then just ask yourself, was I a little hard on myself? Maybe my balance wasn't what I thought it should be. Can you let go of that and just appreciate what your body is doing for you? Allow your mind to be kind towards yourself. Next, inhale, stretch arms up. Exhale, fold forward to touch the blocks. Step your right foot back to a deep lunge. Notice your alignment. Maybe lift and lower the heel a couple times. And then lower the back knee. We've done this already, so hug to the midline and come up to Anjane Asana. So you're feeling that lengthening up. So from the pelvic floor, you lift, and then just place the hands on the back of your head. I think I'm going to keep that, but maybe lift my heart a little bit more. Good. Stretch back up. And reach your right hand to your left knee and your left hand to your hip. And slowly twist. If you're feeling stable here, you can bring the forearm to the thigh or the elbow to the outside of the knee. And if you're able to do that, then see about bringing your left hand to your right. Pressing down a little bit. Think, draw the pelvic floor up, lengthen through the top of the head. Keep that. Maybe lift the back knee. Not necessary, but just see if you can. More breath. And unwind. Good. Step back to a downward facing dog on the blocks. Couple breaths. And this time I am going to have you step through. So extend the right leg and step it through. Deep lunge. Check your alignment. Are your feet hip distance? Heels, knees, sits bones aligned. Lift and lower the back heel a few times. Stretch out your calf. And lower the back knee. Come upright. Think length as you extend your arms. Drawing that pelvic floor up, maybe touch the back of your head. If that felt good, do it. And then think I'm going to keep all that and maybe just lift my heart a little bit. Feel like you're making a C curve with your back. Good. On your next inhale, stretch your arms up. Reach the left hand to the right knee, right hand to the hip. Just take a moment to twist. Maybe forearm to the thigh or elbow to the outside of the knee. You decide. Maybe right hand to the left. And maybe lift the back knee. Draw the pelvic floor up, lengthen through the top of the head. Twist on that axis. Think of yourself as on your rotisserie chicken. Turning on that axis. Good. Unwind. Touch the blocks. Step back. Downward facing dog. Then the left leg. Step it through. Deep lunge. And step forward, forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. All right, I'm going to have you turn towards the middle. And if you want to, you can bring your blocks in front of you if you're going to use them for wide-legged forward fold and take a wide stance here. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Feel your legs, your inner thighs, all four corners of your feet engaged. And then go ahead and fold forward. Try to keep the weight in the middle of the feet as you do. And come up like more like a pranam. I want you to think, okay, I'm just going to draw the pelvic floor up, draw the low belly up, but lengthen through the top of my head. Now try and keep that as you fold a little deeper. Not necessary to fold deeper. If you can just maintain that feeling of real connection. And breathe. Come up like a pranam here with your hands under your shoulders. Bring your right fingertips to the back of your head and open up to a twist here. Should be getting easier. Feel the strength drawing the pelvic floor up. You're just lengthening. Good. And then release and switch. Left hand to your head and twist. Good. And unwind. Bend the knees a little bit. Swivel the heels in so that kneecaps and toes point the same direction. Bring your hands to your thighs and bring your torso upright. Now, we're going to be here for a while, so I want you to find a position where you feel comfortable. So you're drawing your pelvic floor up, low belly up, and then stretch your arms up. And then bend the elbows. Cactus position. Now arc to your right. Come back up. Arc to the left. Keep lengthening up. Keep going. Side to side. One more time. Good. Good. And then this time we're going back to the right side. Bring your forearm to the thigh. Stretch your left arm up and over by your ear. Awesome, you guys. Come back to center. Switch. Check your knee is tracking straight. Good. You guys all look good. Good. Come back to center. Hands to your thighs. Straighten your heels out. Come to a forward fold. Take a moment. And then just push the floor away from you. Come up to standing. Turn your right foot out. Bend into the front knee. Come to a warrior two. You still feel that drawing up, lengthening up, and then feeling your clavicles broadening, drawing the left hip under. Good. Forearm to thigh, arm up and over, Parsvakonasana regular. If you're feeling like you want to, you can reach for the floor. Good. Breathe. From the fingertips through the back foot, feel nice and long. Stretch that arm up toward the ceiling. Pretend like I'm pulling on your wrist to come up. Straighten that leg. Bring the hands to the back of the head. Take a moment. Feel the strength of your legs and your feet drawing the pelvic floor up. And then just lean your right elbow towards your right knee. You're not arcing, you're just coming down. And it feels like, well, that's enough, then just extend your arms. Trikonasana. Beautiful. And again, feel like I'm pulling on your wrist to come up. Let your arms relax a moment. Switch the orientation of your feet. Check your alignment. Bend into the front knee. Warrior two. Feel the back foot holding you. All the shoulder work we did. How strong and committed you are. Drawing the pelvic floor up. Good. Forearm to knee when you're ready. Stretch up and over. Ask yourself, do you want to touch the floor? Use your arm and your leg together. If you do, turn your belly and chest towards each other. It's gorgeous, you guys. Good. Stretch the arm up. I'm pulling you up. Straighten the front leg. Take a moment. Do you know where we're going? Hands to the back of the head. Think, draw the pelvic floor up, lengthen all the way up through the top of the head as you reach. Elbow towards knee, keeping your belly turned inward, your chest, and then reach. Trikonasana. Breathe. Good. Pretend like I'm pulling on your wrist. Come up. Turn that foot forward. And dive forward again. Just take your time. And then heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Bring your feet together. And come to a deep squat, whatever variation of deep squat you want. Maybe turning your toes out, maybe widening your feet. And then transition to your back side. Turn forward, stretch your legs out long. Good, bend your right knee. I want you to just interlace in front of that shin and then feel that drawing up the pelvic floor. So kind of a weird concept, but maybe you can feel it. The sits bones stay back. Actually, you feel the curve in your low back. You're drawing your low belly up and then grab it with your left elbow. Right hand comes behind you. Every inhale, just think of that pelvic floor lift. And every exhale, feel how that helps you twist. And unwind. Bring the ankle across the thigh. Maybe hands underneath. As you pull up a little bit, you resist. Feel lengthening again. You can feel that drawing up, maybe fold forward a little bit. And come on up. Ooh. Now just bring knee over to stack on the knee. The foot comes to the floor for half Gomukhasana. I always have to shift around, see if I'm on both sits bones. Draw the pelvic floor up to lengthen up. Press down through the sits bones. And maybe fold over. You'll know the hamstrings limit you, the hip limits you, wherever it feels like a good stretch. You can let your head soften. And come on up. Let's do the other side. Left knee. If you want the deeper twist, you can bring it on the outside, but when I'm thinking of my pelvic floor, I like to have it just right there, and then I can seem to access it better. Feel that. And then add the twist. Just a lengthening of the spine, really, when you feel those muscles working. And unwind. Ankle across thigh. Hands under the shin. If you like that, your choice. I like it because then when I pull up, I can think, use the muscles to broaden it. Maybe you fold deeper. And coming up, bring knee on top of knee. Lengthen up first, and then maybe soften over the leg. And come on up. Oh, that felt good. Now just bring your feet wide. And I always have to inner spiral. And then keep that. Bend just your right knee into the left. Now, if it bothers your knee, you can just keep that leg extended and then just see how it feels. Do you need to inner spiral again? I do. Sit up nice and tall. Stretch your arms up. Bring the hands to the back of the head. Now keep that drawing up through the pelvic floor and just arc towards your left knee with your left elbow. And maybe bring the forearm down to the leg. Maybe the elbow comes to the inside, I don't know. But you're keeping your chest and your belly turned inward. And then stretch that top arm over the head by the ear. Good. Avrita Janu Shirshasana. One more breath. Okay, come on up. So good. Switch sides. And the left knee in. I always have to, even this side that's bent, I always have to inner spiral because then it feels more like my knee is closed in a hinge. And then feel the sits bones, draw the pelvic floor up, lengthen up, hands to the back of the head, and arc towards that knee. Maybe bring the arm down, maybe stretch the top arm over. You're keeping the chest lifted, the length there, belly turned in. One more breath. And come on up. Ooh, good job. Come on down to your backs. And just hug your knees in. And push your knees away. Bring them wide on the mat so you feel the neutral spine. Set your feet down. Arms in cactus and just work through some windshield wipers. So you make little triangles with your leg configuration. That's it. And just do that a couple times. And if you feel the need to do any other calming poses, just go for it, whatever works. Otherwise, take your time. Let's stretch out for Shavasana. And as you settle in, find your breath. And lengthen out. Exhale just a little, don't force it. Just letting go. Feel the cooler air as you inhale and bring the air into your body. And the warmer air as it leaves. Notice the qualities of your breath. Maybe it's shallow, maybe deeper. Maybe it's smooth. Maybe it's a little rugged. And just notice that as you notice, the breath changes, maybe slows, regulates, smooths. And notice at the base of your inhale, that little pause before you exhale. And on the next time you notice that pause, just let yourself drop into it a little bit. So complete exhale, drop into that pause where you inhale. Letting go of your breath, just bring your attention to your heart space. Just notice how it moves as you breathe in and out. I want you to think of something that allows your heart to feel open. It might be a place or a person or a situation, whatever it is that really makes you feel like you're open in your heart space. Just recalling a time when your heart felt really open, and bring your attention to that fully. Notice how it feels in your body to have that open heart. To allow that open-heartedness to extend fully into the rest of your body. Good feeling. Imagine it even seeping out to the space around you. Good feelings. That's almost like you're in this bubble of feeling open-hearted. Maybe you can even imagine yourself walking around in this good feeling of open-heartedness, walking through the world. Picture yourself walking within that space, open, compassionate, kind, walking through the world. A good thing space. Now letting go of that image, just bring yourself back into your body. And I wanted to share a reading from Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers. He says, in the external scheme of things, shining moments are as brief as the twinkling of an eye. Yet such twinklings are what eternity is made of. Moments when we human beings can say, I love you, I'm proud of you, I forgive you, I'm grateful for you. That's what eternity is made of. Invisible, imperishable, good stuff. See, that's the definition of ahimsa. Bring back to your breath. Once again, feeling the coolness of the inhalation and the warmth of the exhalation. Starting to move in small ways when you're ready. Your time coming on up to seated. Bring hands, heart center. Thank you so much for showing me Ahimsa this morning. Very grateful for that. Namaste. Good job. Turn off the recording. My son told me last night that